So I'm here at Ekkamai Bus Station in Bangkok. And it's quite simple. I know where I want to go. Today I need to go to Pattaya, but I don't actually know what's the difference between all these different people shouting out.
Pattaya,
Pattaya, Pattaya.
I'm going to try and find out. So the first difference is the price, and there's services starting at 131 baht. How much is this one?
150. 160.
The biggest difference is most of the kiosks are selling minivan services, even though some of them have got pictures of big buses.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a van, minivan. Oh, number one is the big one.
Yeah.
There's only one big bus service from Ekkamai, and that is at booth number 1 at the big bus. That goes at least once an hour, although when it's busy they do add extra services to that schedule. The minivan services don't appear to have a particular timetable, but they're going very, very frequently, about one every 5 minutes. Pattaya บ่ายกี่โมงครับ
อีก5 นาที
อีก5 นาที
ครับผม
So the first trip that I took was by the big bus, starting at 9:20 in the morning, and then I compared that by taking a minivan from the next booth along, and that went about 9:20 in the morning as well, so a good comparison between the two. How did they shape up? So the Roong Reuang service to Pattaya leaves from bus stop number 1. So when you get your ticket for this service, it's going to tell you, well, the date of travel and also the route that you're going on. But most importantly, you've got the time. You've also got a seat number, so you do have to sit in the seat that you've been allocated. And also you've got the bus number, which corresponds to a number on the side of the bus. And then right by the bus stop, which is bus stop number 1, they do display what time the bus is leaving. That is the 9 o'clock bus. I'm today travelling on the 9:20, so this is not my bus. I've got to wait for this one to go and the next one to come in. And the big advantage getting one of the big buses that go into North Pattaya bus station is that you can bring a suitcase and have that stored underneath the bus for you. That is a big advantage when compared with the minivan services. The second trip I took was on a minivan service, and that cost me 160 baht one way.
Pattaya 160 บาท 160 บาท
And they gave me a choice of where I wanted to get off. I could go to Bali High, to Beach Road, or I chose Terminal 21 in Pattaya.
By the way, oh, okay. Oh, he's the driver, is he? Pattaya ประมาณกี่โมงครับ
2 ชั่วโมงกว่า
2 ชั่วโมง
สวัสดีครับสวัสดีครับ Okay, thank you so much. So the bus left on time, and unlike the minivan services, these big buses don't wait for customers to arrive to fill up the bus. At the scheduled time, the bus departed. Going past all the minivan services there, you can see that Ekkamai is now the big hub for those minibus services that used to be at Victory Monument a few years ago. And then straight out onto Sukhumvit Road to join the motorway. The bus does make a brief stop to pick up more customers at a Bang Na bus station. You can see the timetable on screen. You can actually pick up the bus there if it's more convenient for you. But after that, it's straight down to Pattaya without any further stops. On board the bus, you've got air conditioning, you've got seat belts, you've got reclining seats. There's no water or food provided on this service, so you can bring a bottle of water with you. 2 hours and 20 minutes. That's a bit longer than normal, I must admit, but not quite sure of the delay. 2 hours and 20 minutes just pulling into Pattaya North bus station. If I can get off the bus, talk to you and not fall down the steps, that's going to be an advantage. Pattaya North bus station, which I think most people know is on North Pattaya Road. When you arrive, lots of people are going to want to
transport you a little bit further to your final destination, wherever that may be. My advice is to get out of the bus station as quickly as possible, and then I normally cross North Pattaya Road and go onto the other side where Macro is and pick up either a motorbike or, better still for me, a Bolt taxi. That's the cheapest way. And you might see there's a big line again for people going to Bangkok. It's very, very popular, this route. So let's look at the onboard experience for the minivan service. And it did leave a few minutes late, but that's because it was waiting for me, and I don't know how long the other people had been sitting on the minivan. It's a fairly standard minivan. It's got air conditioning inside. There's 3 seats across. They're not as big or as comfortable as on the coach. I thought I was quite lucky to be next to the door, because that does give you a little bit of extra leg room and you are sitting alone. There are seat belts on board, although I didn't see anyone wearing them. There's also curtains at the windows. You're not supposed to eat or drink on board, but that didn't stop 2 people behind me from eating hot food. The minivan also stopped at Bang Na, which is a minivan station. I didn't see anyone get on or off. And once we were on the motorway, you'll see that the minivans do travel faster than the big buses. But almost immediately we stopped to pick up another passenger, and that meant that we were behind the big bus that continued on its way. Later on we made a further stop to pick up some gasoline, and then we were back on our way down towards Pattaya. This bus did make a detour to Sriracha, and again other customers were dropped off and picked up. Been travelling now for about 2 hours 20 minutes, so it's about the same as it was on the big bus. The difference is you travel quite fast, but you do keep on stopping. Okay, I'm feeling quite confident now. That's always a mistake, that we're not very far from Terminal 21. That was my requested stopping place. That will be just over 2 hours and 30 minutes from when we actually set off from Ekkamai. So I have arrived, my final destination, Terminal 21 in Pattaya. I wasn't the last to get off the bus because some people are going onto Beach Road. The van will take you down there if you request it. And really that was 2.5 hours from when I departed this morning at Bangkok's Ekkamai bus station. How does that compare with the big bus? Well, the timing was slower and the route was less direct, but the actual speed when the van was moving was actually more. It's a little bit of a stop-start service in my opinion. Let me know if you've used one of the van services from Ekkamai. How did you find it? But from me now at Terminal 21 in Pattaya, goodbye from me. See you very soon. Bye bye.